So, Melania Trump can't take a joke and decided that today was the day where she was going to humiliate herself online. And in doing so, she has set off an internet firestorm of the most annoying people that you could possibly imagine complaining and whining about Jimmy Kimmel and also somehow Ben Stiller, but we'll get to that a little bit later. And yet, the right has the audacity to complain about cancel culture. What happened to this kind of attitude?
Comedy sucks. It's like nothing's funny. You can't make fun of anything. It's like legalize comedy.
From Caroline Levitt to Donald Trump himself, the entire right-wing apparatus is just melting down, all because their widow feelings got hurt by Jimmy Kimmel over a comedy sketch. It's honestly so embarrassing. But before we get too far into things, be sure you subscribe to US Democratic Socialists for more good news like this you don't want to miss. Okay, so just to recap, Jimmy Kimmel made this joke days before the White House Correspondents Dinner. Keep that in mind and take a look.
Mrs. Trump, you have a glow like an expectant widow.
So Kimmel making fun of Donald Trump being the crypt keeper made Melania so mad that she went into a spiral, going onto social media to cry about how offensive and violent Jimmy Kimmel's rhetoric is, posting, "Kimmel's hateful and violent rhetoric is intended to divide our country. His monologue about my family isn't comedy. His words are corrosive and deepens the political sickness within America." First off, it is comedy. I laughed, you laughed, we all laughed. Great time. It's comedy. But second off, your husband is the one who celebrated the death of a political opponent a month ago, and yet you're the one talking about violent rhetoric. You hypocritical monster. But moving on. People like Kimmel shouldn't have the opportunity to enter our homes each evening to spread hate. Well, I would love Jimmy Kimmel to enter my home. I'd make him like a pizza or mashed potatoes or something. It'd be a fun time. She continues saying, "A coward. Kimmel hides behind ABC because he knows the network will keep running cover to protect him. Enough is enough. It's time for ABC to take a stand. How many times will ABC's leadership enable Kimmel's atrocious behavior at the expense of our community?" Oh my god, these fuckers are doing 2016 cancel culture bullshit all over again. Do they realize that dark woke is around and here to stay? Like, sorry, not sorry, you know? Like, it's Colbert, and then it's Kimmel. They're just trying to cancel everyone off the airwaves. John Oliver, look out, okay? Seriously, do they listen to what he says? God damn. The whining and complaining and constant, "Oh, ABC, you have to take him off the air," it just makes them look like petulant little toddlers who can't take a single joke about themselves. They've literally become what they have sworn to defeat, right? They're acting like the parody blue hair social justice warriors that they were making so much fun of in 2016. Now that's them. That is you, right? You act so high and mighty about, "Oh, this comedy it's so bad." It's ridiculous. What do Republicans even think when they see something like this? What does the MAGA fan think when they see that their dear leader and Melania are just complaining? These are the people who are constantly complaining about cancel culture, and yet you have the entire conservative apparatus up in their fifis because Kimmel made a joke. And this goes all the way to the top. Even Donald motherfucking Trump is in on the action, posting to his Hugbox Truth Social saying, "Wow, Jimmy Kimmel, who is in no way funny, has attested to by his terrible television ratings." I'm just gonna stop my Trump right there and say, well, he has good television ratings, so I guess people think he's funny. Sorry. Then Trump continues saying that he made a statement on a show. Oh, he made the fake video. Oh my goodness, comedy. How dare he do a joke? And what happened? Legalize comedy, right, folks? And then yada yada. He complains more and more, and then he says, "I appreciate that so many people are incensed by Kimmel's despicable call to violence, and normally would not be responsive to anything that he said, but this is something far beyond the pale. Jimmy Kimmel should be immediately fired by Disney and ABC. Thank you for the attention to matter. President Donald J. President DJT." Okay. Drawing a connection between late-night talk show host comedian Jimmy Kimmel to a violent extremist attacking the White House Correspondents' Dinner is like comparing the Care Bears to Pearl Harbor, right? There is not a connecting through line to draw between those two things.
But I cannot say with a straight face, and nobody can say that with a straight face in the world that we live in right now, that Democrats saying Trump is terrible for this country is the same thing as Donald Trump standing in front of a crowd on January 6th and telling them to march to the Capitol and fight like hell. I cannot say those things are equivalent because they are not. I am so sick of false equivalence. It drives me fucking crazy.
Conservatives are pulling at anything to get a win in this culture war right now because they are losing every single battle. Just listen to whiny Caroline Levitt melting down over this very tame joke, just going to the extremes.
Whether you're on television, a podcast host, people listen, and when you have mentally disturbed individuals across the country who are listening to this crazed rhetoric about the president day after day after day, it inspires them to do crazy things.
I'm just going to stop Caroline Levitt right there real quick to show you this chart. It shows domestic terrorist attacks and plots in the United States broken down by ideology, and the red is right-leaning. Just something to think about while we continue. Okay, moving on.
ABC's late night host Jimmy Kimmel disgustingly called First Lady Melania Trump an expectant widow. Who in their right minds says a wife would be glowing over the potential murder of her beloved husband? And having experienced what I did with the First Lady on Saturday night, I can tell you that she was anything but that.
Talk about a deflection. Dude, Trump is fat, 79 years old, and his hand is rotting off of his body, right? Kimmel wasn't joking about the president, potentially getting attacked, right? He was making a joke about their age gap, okay? Because Melania is much younger than Trump. You fucking morons are either too sensitive to get the joke or too brain dead to comprehend that what the joke was saying in the first place, right? And both of those are equally alarming. And I don't even need to defend Kimmel here. He did literally nothing wrong. These ghouls are just so stupid. They don't know how the passage of time works. Kimmel made this joke days before the Correspondents' Dinner, and they're being like, "Oh, it's violence. It's violence." Kimmel didn't know, right? Unless, of course, he had a time machine and Jimmy Kimmel was a time traveler. Then that would throw a wrench into things, but my hopes are low for that one. But what's extra crazy about this whole thing is that when it comes to the jokes that were said during the sketch that Kimmel did, the joke that everyone is getting in their feelings about, and oh, it's so crazy, and it's relatively tame. Here's my personal favorite about neo-Nazi Stephen Miller.
Oh, look at who we have here, Stephen Miller. Stephen Miller is so racist. The reason he went bald is because his hair was black. Stephen Miller puts the cyst in white supremacist. He's like if baby Hitler traveled in time to kill us.
Damn, that Kimmel guy is funny. Yeah, he should have a show or something. That would be cool. And I would be remiss to not talk about how Ben Stiller got wrapped up in all of this as well, who on the same night of the Correspondents' Dinner posted this tweet, which says, "Got it done." Now, Stiller right here is actually referencing a basketball game because it's the NBA playoffs right now, and he is a lifelong Knicks fan, and they won, and so he was happy celebrating the game win, but it also happened to be right around the attack during the Correspondents' Dinner, so people were like kind of joking about it online, joking about the timing, but conservatives, obviously, not understanding what a joke is, or that people, could actually be referencing something else, had to make it about them, like Nancy Mace, who said, "Got what done?" as if he's talking about the attack on the Correspondents' Dinner, or this, Trumper account that says, "Sorry, Ben, your guy missed. I really wish your side would stop trying to assassinate people you disagree with." He's not talking about the president. He was talking about a Knicks game. He's talking about basketball. He's talking about a sports game. Not everything is about you. You freaks. You freaks. It's just another prime example of MAGA being, well, not the sharpest tools in the shed. I'll say that. But I think that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for sticking around until the end. I really appreciate it. If you like what you saw in this video, be sure to leave a like down below. And don't forget to subscribe to US Democratic Socialists for more good news like this. And please, leave a comment. I would love to hear your thoughts about this and more down below. So do all that good stuff and have a great day. I'm Iago Lashua. Goodbye.